welcome back. So for those of you who didn't see the previous video when I kind of did the unveiling of this bike, this is a 1966 Kawasaki W1 650. I picked up this bike 4 months ago, missing a lot of parts, but I've been gathering parts in the meantime while I've been working on my XS2. So parts are very rare for this bike here in the US. I've managed to get some parts on order for the bike, but some are very difficult to find. So this project will take quite a while. Now today, I'm going to give it its first assessment. I'm going to put a battery in it and see if I have any power anywhere, and see if we have spark or anything like that. I'll have to check to see if there's oil in it. I don't even know if it turns over, so I guess I should start by see if it'll even kick over. All right, let's get into it. Okay, I put a battery in. This battery strap did not come with the bike. That actually came from Japan. I got, when I bought a bunch of parts, I got that. Plugs are out. Sounds like it's got good compression. All right, let's hook this battery up and see if we have power anywhere. The points are down in here. That little thing, I gotta get a cover for that. Didn't come with one. Alright, carburetor's taped over. Take that off. Single carb 650, as the W1s were. The W2s in the United States were dual carb. Ooh, that looks gummy in there. But okay, is the slide stuck? No, slide's not stuck. Does the throttle work? Oh, that's kind of weird. All right, we'll go on from here. So one thing I noticed right away is that this positive cable has no fuse. So we're gonna have to be very careful here. We don't burn up a harness or something. For right now, we're just going to hook it up. There's no shorts, and we're going to test out some of the electrical. Okay, so our coil is down here. Our coil has 2 outlets for both spark plugs. This wire runs here all the way down to the points. This wire runs here to this connector, so that's going to be our power to the coil. So let's see if we have power there when I turn the key on. Okay, key is on. No smoke. Our light, you can see that is on, so we do have power. Going to the coil, that's a good thing. I love electrical tape on the spark plug wire. Let's see what we got here. Alright. So our key is still on, correct? There's nothing here, which means the points are more than likely closed. Alright, so let's kick this engine over a little and see if we can get this this light to come on. So there's a couple of broken fins on the cylinder head that I hadn't noticed before. You can see that one's up here, and those are broken. Now this cylinder head, the whole thing is made with only one intake on it, so I'll bet I'll never find another one of those around. We have our plugs in, which very loose. These caps are horrible. Those will have to get replaced. Now, a lot of people, when they check for spark, they crank the engine over, see if you have any spark. You don't need to crank the engine over. You only need to open and close the points. And if you do that, you should have spark. So let's see what we got. We don't want this. We don't want this end on there. And we don't want to hit the ground with this other end. So let's see if we can do this. Okay, we're not getting any spark here. So, as you can see, one side of the points is grounded, the other side is not. But the points are closed, so that means we do not have a good contact between the points. So I'll have to clean those up. So now we know we got spark. We need to know when we have spark next. It's firing at the right time. I believe under this plug there is a timing mark, a firing mark. So I'm gonna take that off and see if I can find something under there. So, if you can see it or not, maybe. There is a mark in there. And that's right where maybe there. That's right where the point should fire. And our points are closed. And they just opened at that point. So that means it should be firing at the right time. So if we have spark and we have spark timing, our carburetor's a little gummed up. But if we had fuel, this thing might actually fire off. Wouldn't that be something? Well, I put a brand new set of NGK plugs in it. Put some fuel in the fuel line. And this is the nerve-wracking part, because I don't know if this thing's going to kick back. But we're going to turn the ignition on and see what happens. Hold on, one thing I forgot. Can't forget about this. So what the problem is I could hear, I thought compression releasing, but that pipe is not even attached to the head. So if this thing does start, it's going to be loud. Well, after trying quite a few kicks and having no luck, I decided to check the compression on it, and it is low. So my guess is, obviously, valves are out of adjustment, burnt valve, rings are stuck, blown head gasket, stuck valve. Yeah, well, I guess the only way to find that out is to take the head off. So, this bike, which I'm not going to do a complete restore because it's so impossible to find the parts for it, but I do want to get it back looking like a W1 or W1A, W1S, whatever you want to call them in Japan. So it looks like I will be taking this thing apart. Well, not all videos are successful, and this is one of them. So join me on the next one, and we'll keep going on this bike. This bike's looking good, though. Maybe I should have stuck with Yamahas. It's time to get this one on the road. Again, thanks for watching.